everyone, welcome to the Ninja Warrior podcast. Tonight, we're going to be covering all of Stage 1 for AW14.
Yep, this week we are going to be starting Vegas. Part 1, we'll be covering all of Stage 1, both parts, and man, I got things to say about this. Yeah, all three of us definitely do. Ooh, Stage 1 was honestly, probably my favorite thing to cover last year, just because, mostly because it was a long episode. Yeah, I didn't have fun editing it. Firstly, that was before Crystal edited these. But it was those were two very long episodes, and the third one was really long too. But that's not exactly what we're going on today. Today, maybe a long episode, maybe a short one. Don't know, don't care. But the point is, we're going to be covering all of Stage 1 here today. So, yeah, do you guys have any, general thoughts?
I'm feeling, iffy on the Stage 1 right now. I like Stage 1 last year. But this Stage 1 doesn't feel different enough to really feel different.
Yeah, I can definitely see what you mean there. I definitely kind of agree with you too as well. Because, most of the obstacles are the same. And the obstacles that probably should have stayed the same have changed. Yeah, it's very much annoying. Going through the Stage 1's obstacles, we have the slide surfer, which, why did this return?
Yeah, it took out 2 people last season. He didn't even take out anyone. Oh wait, hold on, it did take out. Okay, it took out 1 person.
Yeah, that 1 person being pretty shocking. But the point is, the slide surfer, it's easy. The ultra steps was so much harder. Give us back Snake 1 from season 9. That was so much harder as well.
Yeah, it's slide surfer. It's just not even hard, really. You really gotta fuck up really hard to fail on it.
Yeah, after that we have a 3-wing circus, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this monster? That's a way of saying it. I mean, yeah, I don't like 3-wing circus. I hate the obstacle name. I guess the obstacle itself is fine. I just really hate this, carnival theme they've taken with both the obstacle called Carnival and this. I was iffy on it from the start when we heard that naming. Now I'm just like, fuck it.
Yeah, and plus, only 1 competitor failed it, and it was freaking... Oh, God.
Yeah. It was really annoying. I really wish the Singing Blade stayed there. They were a way harder second obstacle and a way better one, too. Oh, but, whatever. It's whatever at this point. Then we have the giant roller coaster, which I'm tempted just to call the Triple Dipper at this point.
Yeah, it's just some kind of pointless shoving away the Double Dipper. It did less damage than the Double Dipper ever did, and honestly, it doesn't feel like an evolution. It feels like a replacement.
Yeah, honestly, again, that carnival theme at this season has been, for some reason, going for that rubs off on this obstacle. And while yes, it's hard, it's really nothing you haven't seen before. You've done the Double Dipper, you've pretty much done the giant roller coaster without even knowing it.
Yeah, I think it's really sad that that's the way the Double Dipper even goes out in the first place. Because, that was one of my favorite obstacles on Stage 1. They kept on bringing it back year after year.
Yeah, it really was the only remnant of those, before COVID seasons, because every other obstacle was changed to at least some form.
Yeah, and it's, very unfortunate. After that we have the usual Jump Spider, and then we have Tetherball, which is for some reason the winner of the Obstacle Design Challenge.
Yeah, I don't know with this one. I am okay with the concept. I hate the name, but I'm okay with the concept. Do I think it really deserves to be the winner? No, I honestly feel like something like Final Frontier should be the winner.
Yeah, it's kind of just there. It's annoying. That's the best way I can describe it.
It definitely reminded me of, Parkour 1, with the way competitors could just get stuck and then touch the water and fail and stuff. That never happened in Parkour 1 here. It actually did happen, but it just really made me feel like it. Yeah, It really does look shoehorned in, but I guess it's fine. After tetherball, we have the rest of the course is exactly the same as the AW13. So that's a whoop ball, the dipping birds, and a split decision high road or fly hooks. And I honestly do feel like they nerfed the high road because only 2 people failed it, one of them being cut.
Yeah, it does feel like it might have been enough. I feel like it's also like a lot of people didn't take it either, so it's also possible that. But I can definitely see you thinking it's enough because like it's a lot slower than it feels. It feels a lot slower than last year.
I feel like maybe after Joe Mowalski's fail and all that stuff that happened last year, they might have slowed it down to maybe like 10 seconds. Or made it faster, like, I don't know. But it really doesn't feel like as hard as it was last year. I definitely still like it, but it definitely is, like, out there.
Yeah. I think we could move on. So, the time limit was 2 minutes and 50 seconds, which is way too fucking long for stage 1.
Yeah, 2.5 minutes is kind of my breaking point for stage 1 time limit, so the fact that 250 is a time limit is kind of annoying. But the thing is, this actually ended up being a kind of okay time limit for this stage 1 in particular, because it actually, a couple people timed out and some people hit really close.
Yeah, I think we had one timeout, but some really close finishes after that. Like, goddamn, some really close finishes.
Yeah. But, anyway, I think we should move on to the actual ones of part 1. We are going to be covering both parts today, as we already wanted to. So, starting off with episode 10, stage 1, part 1. The first one was Levi Enright, who had a story about it, basically a prologue for how he did this season, and yeah, I honestly don't have anything else to say about it.
Yeah, that's generally it. Levi did pretty okay making it to the dipping birds, and he ended up winning a safety pass, but I think this is the first time he fell in the same obstacle again in the next episode.
Yeah, speaking of safety pass ones, I think we should clear this up now. If someone uses those safety pass, we are just going to be talking about, the result as soon as it comes up. Like, we aren't going to wait until the episode talks about it. We're just going to immediately going to go on about it, because it really is kind of pointless to see it again. So we're covering it all in one. So, Levi Enright, despite getting a second try, failed in the dipping board for a second time in a row. Like, that was kind of funny. Yeah, he got slightly farther on the dipping birds, but not by much. Yeah, no. Anyway, after that, we had Jacob Orenstein, who had a segment about his little brother again, and honestly, it just dragged.
Yeah, we only know a lot about Jacob and his little brother from AW Junior. Like, I don't know if everyone watches it, but a good chunk of their fan base nowadays does.
Yeah, especially since, like, a lot of the teens are tapped in from AW Junior and they were bought specifically to get some of the audience over here. So, it really doesn't help things, but I guess it works.
Yeah. But Jacob teed it actually kind of well. He made it all the way to tetherball, where we ended up failing to reach the landing pad, and then we touched it and then fell off. Definitely very unfortunate, but still, pretty good rookie season for him.
Yeah, nothing really too shocking there. Then we had Maggie Owen, who was taken out by the giant roller coaster. Then we had Derek Pavoni, who was taken out by the jumping spider. And then we had probably my only, like, real editing problem with this episode. Part 2 has other problems we'll get into later. But this is the only real problem, and that's Sean Bryan's one.
Yeah, Sean Bryan! This was an instant giveaway because of the way they paced it.
Yeah, they gave him the usual, profile they do to always stall out the competitors who go out early. And, well, that ended up happening, as Sean Bryan went out on the second obstacle, three-wing circus, and he was the only one to go out there.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate. Because Sean Bryan's one of the people you'd expect to win, but, yeah, it's just really sad.
Yeah, it was certainly expecting him to move on, so to see him get that treatment and knowing that meant he would probably fail and seeing that it meant he failed, it was just very annoying to see. After that, we had fucking Jody Avila.
Yes, Jody Avila, he doesn't really deserve to be in Vegas. He failed on the 5th obstacle. And honestly, I never really thought he was really much of a contender to win anyway, but apparently they just showed tweets him that way.
Yeah, he ended up timing out on the final obstacle. He still did pretty okay. All things that he almost made it, but again, he timed out.
But anyway, moving on. After Jody Avila, we had Maddie Howard in the fast forward second. This time around, she ended up going out in the third obstacle once again for the second straight year. This one being the giant roller coaster.
Yeah, this was definitely a little disappointing, but not too surprising. After that, we had the second of the Iowa boys, that being Chris Balance, who also went out on the dipping rollers along with Levi. Then we had Josiah Singleton, who probably is contender for the most annoying segment of the night.
Give me that one. That is definitely like the big one. He had a very annoying segment where he just it's a very annoying country boy song played in the background as he just went home in the country boy aspect. Which we don't fucking care.
Yeah, it's more the show's fault for making us dislike him. Nothing else, really. He surprisingly enough became the night's first finisher, so good for him. Yeah, he ended up saving a safety pass for stage 2, but yeah, it was a little surprising. Gotta give him that. After that, we had Karen Potts in a fast forward segment. She went out on the giant roller coaster. Then we had Anthony Early, who went out on the jumping spider, and we had Jonah Bona, who came really close to clearing and almost had a one-handed grab on the high road, but ended up missing. And that led us to our next shown one, that being speed climber Josh Levin.
Yep, Josh Levin had probably the best segment of the night. Why here, Josh? He's getting so much promotion this year. Like, I'm loving it.
Yeah, Josh is someone who they really didn't give too much spotlight after his rookie season, so it's really good to finally see him get some real showtime. And he got some here. He ended up getting a segment who, for some reason, was brought to you by a Nerd Wallet.
It doesn't make any sense. It was just there. Nerd Wallet is some kind of financial business shit. But I wouldn't be surprised. But honestly, it's just something that to complain about. Like, it's on YouTube. It's like when YouTube was just shoving a sponsorship last second. Like, his sponsorship has nothing to do with Nerd Wallet. It's just there because they have to promote it. That's how it works.
Yeah, it was also on the course last, in the semifinals during, I think, the third and fourth ones, and it was even mentioned during Josh Levin's last one, but it's just annoying. Like, I really kind of wish they wouldn't do that. Do it during the commercial breaks. Have it on the course. Those are okay, even though I'm not really okay with the course one, but I can deal with that. Don't just promote it randomly.
They just randomly interrupt the segment to go like, hey, go buy Nerd Wallet. It's totally stupid and, very stupid name and stuff. Makes you look totally embarrassing, but it's fine.
Yeah, but back to Josh Levin. He had a really good segment where we talk about why he took off Ninja Warrior and how he plans to take more risk this season, and he even called him Josh Levin 2.0, and he definitely did take some risk as he got to the high road, ended up actually, racing it, ended up getting it.
Yeah, Josh Levin, for the fourth year in a row, is going back to stage 2, and man, can I not be more excited.
Yeah, stage 2. Man, Josh also did really well on there as well, and I cannot wait to cover it next week. So, it's just the point. Josh Levin, he's getting all the promotion he deserves, and yeah, I cannot wait to see him go farther.
Yeah, but anyway, after 11, we had Ronald Washington in a fast forward segment, and I gotta say, I hate the editing on this one.
Yeah, they did some very stupid stuff with the scream and making him shake because Ronald is the dynamite ninja. Like, they did this last time too. It's annoying. Like, we don't need this shit. This brings on, like, AW Junior flashbacks. Like, not that bad. Like, AW Junior has some stupid shit, let me tell you. You would, like, just go watch the episodes we covered on it. But it was still very stupid. But just, he ended up going on the jumping spiral, so nothing wanted to go on there. After that, we had Tyler Yamauchi, who, honestly, really cool to see him back here on stage 1.
Yeah, Tyler had Tyler had a really good one, making it all the way to the buzzer, and, he's moving on. Not too much else to say, but just really good one by Tyler.
Yeah, on that tangent, we have the next shown one, that being Addie Herman, who made it farther than any other woman this season.
Yes, she was tied performances. So, Addie Herman, she was a better off AEW Junior and did really well there. Here, she did really fucking well, as we just said. As she made it all the way to the 7th obstacle, the Dipping Birds, and man, this obstacle was just up there, awesome.
Yeah, she really deserved this one. And I definitely would love to see her come back next season. Honestly, I was definitely not expecting her to be the top contender for stage 1, but definitely she's one to look out for sure. Yeah, I honestly wish we had more to say about her one, but just she's one to look out for. That's honestly it. Yeah, then we have the next fast forward segment, with that being starting with Evan Andrews, who got the one of the fastest times, I think one of the fastest times of stage 1, if not the fastest.
I think it was fastest by I don't know. I know it was fastest for a little bit though, but yeah. But anyway, Evan Andrews, yeah, he cleared. Yeah.
After that, we had probably what should have been the next show, that being Gwen. He definitely should have been shown, mostly because he had a one-handed save on the high road and barely moved on with 6 seconds to spare. He honestly should have been shown.
Oh yeah, fully. Definitely, he definitely is in a segment where he definitely could have been shown. And after that, we had Enzo Wilson, who I honestly feel bad for at this point.
Yeah, Enzo had his one ruined by having this random wrestler come onto the host tower, Man Akbar. And when I say ruin his one, I really do feel like ruin his one. I don't really feel like he needed to be there, and he kind of just ruined it. Akbar even made puns and jokes with him and stuff. It was really annoying. Enzo himself, he failed on tetherball, and this was honestly pretty unfortunate as Enzo landed on the platform he was there, but then he just didn't let go of the rope and then had to go back over the water, and he fell in. Fairly unfortunate.
Yeah, Enzo's one of those people. He did really well last season, and he's been trying to trek along. He's kind of been trekking along this season, but still, he's still one of those top ninjas, and enough. I'd love to see him go far, but he ended up going out here, and it's honestly very unfortunate the way this kind of mediocre season ended up ending for him.
Yeah, and there's definitely other ninjas like that I can think about, but we'll go on to that later. As next up was Jay Lewis, who honestly had a pretty mellow one, nothing really too notable, but he ended up completing the course, so really good for him.
Yeah, one thing I want to point out Jay's one is that they had Joe Mawowski watching from Connecticut, because Joe ended up coming in close contact with someone who had COVID.
Yeah, in my comment section, something was going off about how Joe Mawowski's wife got COVID, and the show wasn't talking about it, Ninja Wiki wasn't talking about it either, so I just decided to weigh it off. But yeah, that was actually kind of true. Mawowski did have to go home due to COVID, but he's still watching Jay as much as he can. And obviously, still, best luck to Joe. Hopefully he'll win sometime in the future.
Yeah, definitely. After that, we had a fast-forward segment featuring
Jamie Wan, and this was honestly one of the most shocking fails of the night, specifically for me, because Jamie Wan is one of my favorite ninjas. Yeah, honestly, Jamie, he ended up falling on tetherball after rushing through the course. Honestly, just barely unfortunate. After we had Lauren Ball, who fell into Dipping Birds, which was honestly more unfortunate than anything else. Then we had David Campbell, who fell into Fly Hooks for the second year in a row, where he timed out. Then we had Katie Bowen, who, god damn it, talked more about her diabetes, and it's not even the disorder itself anymore. It's just, no one cares. Cool, you have diabetes. It means too much in the grand scheme of things. That's what AEW is trying to say.
It's a little weird, but I fully understand. It's just the way they promote it. She would be impressive no matter what. But because she has diabetes, that's why she's getting showtime. That's the main problem with this. It's all they talk about with her, even though she's a good ninja in her own right.
Yeah, honestly, it's just annoying. She fell in the fourth obstacle with the jumping spider, and then we had show off Bob Weiss.
Yeah. He's. Oh, God.
I don't know why you found that funny.
I don't know. It's not that funny, I realize. In the grand scheme of things, I just found it funny.
Alright, real talk here. Bob Weiss, he had this whole segment of him wanting to do a flip on the jumping spider. Then he decided to do a flip on both the three-wing circus and the roller coaster, making stage one kind of look like a joke. And then he failed on the jumping spider like anyone expected any less.
Yeah, honestly, can't be saying I'm surprised.
After that, we had another one of those shocking fails, that being Barclay Shockett, who was the only victim of the slide surfer, as she ended up falling off the platform and being disqualified. After that, we had Megan Woe, who ended up falling on the jumping spider, and then we had Owen Dyer, who ended up clearing.
Yeah, I kind of was Owen Dyer actually got shown. I don't know.
I feel like there's a lot of other people who definitely could have been shown. But fully understand again, most clears should be given some spotlight, but I'm definitely okay with this one. After that, we had Austin Gray, and man, this was just unfortunate.
Yeah, Austin really must be kicking himself with this one, because Austin had the safety pass last year, and he never used it. Here he fell in the fifth obstacle tetherball, and he really tried to complete it.
Yeah, after missing the landing pad a couple of times, he ended up trying to pull a J.J. Woods by jumping towards the landing pad, and it almost worked too, but he unfortunately fell off the platform and disqualified himself. But it was just very unfortunate to see him do this. I honestly really wanted him to clear.
Yeah, definitely. Austin Wade, after last year, is one of those top contenders for the $1 million, so see him go out super early, especially since last year. He would have been able to give it another try if this was his fate. And plus, he lost his safety pass because he just fell on the power tower. He just basically just gave it up to date.
Yeah, again, he really must be kicking himself for this one because that's what his result ended up being. And it's just really tragic and unfortunate.
Yeah. Anyway, after I almost said fucking Isaac. I don't know why.
Well, I mean, you're not even... Oh, okay.
Anyway, after Austin, we had Kathy. Kathy. Yeah, her name is Kathy.
Honestly, that's the best name you could give anyone. Damn it, Crystal.
I'm sorry, okay? I fucked it up. I'm sorry, alright? Okay. Next up was not Kathy, it's Casey Rothschild. God damn. Okay, whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, so she went on the jumping spider, nothing really else to note. After that we had Max Feinberg, gonna be the next finisher. And after that we had a mid one for RJ Roman.
Yep, RJ last year ended up going out on the fly hooks, and this year he was determined to get some revenge, and he definitely did, as he ended up clearing the obstacle and getting and hitting a buzzer.
Yeah, then we had Nate Hansen, who had his first one on failing the jumping slider for the second straight year.
Yeah, Nate Hansen, as mentioned earlier, did get a safety pass and went on night 2. He ended up clearing that time, so he moved on to stage 2 with the safety pass one. So that was good for him. After that, we had Isabella Wakeham, who unfortunately had one of the more disappointing fails as she went out on the jumping spider.
Yeah, Wakeham was definitely one of those competitors who I was expecting on the queer. Always get just as far as she did last year, but that did not end up happening. But then she went out there. Then we had Donovan Montoya, who ended up getting the high one again and clearing the course. Honestly, nothing else to say.
Yeah, the very chill one from him. I mean, surprisingly enough, from Donovan Montoya. But then we had Caden Lepsek, who had a very simple one. He made it to the buzzer on stage 1. And now we had the next shown one, that being Jackson Twait. And man, this was a gutsy one, let me tell you.
Yeah, Jackson Twait, he was doing really well with time until the fly hooks where he missed the hook twice and just took a lot of time to get off the obstacle, and he had like 15 seconds to climb the coconut. He was able to do it, but just barely. He had .7 left in the clock, and his time was the slowest time on stage 1.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy to see. Easy that was the limit, but that he came that close to failing. But again, that was a really gutsy one. It's really good to see him go to stage 4. Oh, it's stage 2.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Jackson Trey. I don't think stage 4 is ever coming for you. Unless you just get way better. And I guess that could happen, but realistically, I don't think it's going to happen.
I guess you guys can let us know. Do you think Clay Jackson Trey never going to stage 4? Do you think that's possible?
I mean, I doubt if he'd get to stage 3. Like, god damn it.
Alright, but anyway, after that we had Josiah Papel, who was fast forwarded, but he did end up clearing. After that we had one more of a shocker, that being Isaiah Thomas, who surprisingly fell in the jumping spider. Then we had Kyle Solderman, who ended up completing the course. And finally we had the final one of night 1, that being Flip Rodriguez.
Yeah, Flip, I don't know. Flip had a really good one, and he had a really good story about him training with R.J. Roman. And honestly, I'm so glad Flip is getting spotlight this season.
Yeah, considering how he does on stage 2 on the next episode, he totally deserves it, and I would love to see Flip win as a whole. He's get to stage 4, like he, along with Josh Levin, those two really do deserve to get there for the first time.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Yeah, that was the end of night 1. Personally, night 1 was actually pretty good.
Yeah, aside from Sean Blying at the beginning, I'd say night 1 is the best episode of the season so far. Like, I don't think anything's really gonna top it unless the finale is just really fucking good. And from what I heard, the finale is like, stupidly successful, let's put it.
Yeah, we'll get there, but we'll probably talk about next week. But the thing is, the finale, some of the hints they given for it are just like the fuck you hints, the spoilers, man.
Yeah.
At least I assume that's what you're going to.
Yeah, that is what I'm for. It's very annoying that's the way they paced it, but yeah. But anyway, as you guys probably know, we are not done with stage 1 quite yet. We still have the little bit of night 2 stage 1 to go over. So that's gonna be next. Starting off with
Christopher Harding Jones, and this was honestly pretty sad.
Yeah, Christopher, he got a lot of showtime during the qualifiers and the semis. Here, he was the first one, so obviously he was kind of poised to make he was kind of poised to not do all that well, and, well, he did okay, he did pretty good. Similar to Brett Sims last season, and first one of the second episode last time. He ended up going out on the fly hooks by timing out. He got on the net, but he just way too low.
Yeah, honestly, once you have a lot of Keaton Maslin's one from last season, that one was really close to a clear as well, and unfortunately this time, Christopher ended up being a victim of that.
Yeah, then we had Ethan Bornicki, who had a segment about living with his brothers, and honestly, I don't think I gained anything from it. I don't think I really gained anything from it.
Yeah, these segments don't really give us any more than we need, but they're trying to. Give them that. Ethan ended up becoming the night's first finisher, so good for him. After that, we had probably one of the most shocking fails in stage 1, if not the most shocking.
Yeah, we had Vance Walker. One of the top ninjas from last season, obviously, go out on the jumping spider. This was not expected at all.
Yeah, definitely. I say he should go in that shocking fails video you make every year.
Oh, fuck yeah, he's going in now. I was not expecting him to go on to stage 1. I was thinking maybe stage 2 or 3 definitely, but not 1, like, damn. Then we had Mike Sawinski, who then we had Mike Sawinski, who ended up becoming tonight's next finisher. And then we had Ethan Swanson, whose one definitely should have been shown, but they don't fucking care. He got the fastest time of the night.
Yeah, I really don't get that one. Ethan, well, I should have been shown. Even got the high road. Like, Ethan had everything in his one to show, but yet they just fast forward him like he doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's not even the worst of it. Then we had Abby Clark, who ended up timing out after getting up the warp wall. So that was a nice, really cool one to end off on stage 1.
Yeah, technically speaking, Nate Hansen ended up getting a second one, but that was it. And I think AEW with the second ending could be the biggest mistake, the biggest sin they ever have.
Yeah, oh god. Yeah, so they skipped past 6 ninjas that finish on like rapid fire, they mentioned them. And yes, this is slightly better than cutting them, but it feels worse to me.
Yeah! Real quick, these ninjas were James Sanella, Jeremiah Boyd, Lucas Rowley, Ken Bongano, Jackson Eldos, and Matt Domingo.
Yeah, these guys, all 5 of them should have been shown in some capacity, not just, hey, they hit a buzzer like Willie. The biggest ones I need to mention are Jackson Eldos, who ended up not actually qualifying technically, but he got a wild card since Najee Richardson got COVID. I don't think we mentioned that one.
Yeah, he was never way on the sideline, so we never got the chance of it. Yeah, Najee got COVID. That was never brought up ever. It's just on Ninja Wiki.
Yeah, very unfortunate. James Sanella was also the replacer for Joe Mawaski. So, just let you guys know on that. I really hate that one.
Yeah, that's kind of why I want you to name this. I want to name this episode "Awesome Till the End," just because that ending mistake.
Oh no, well we'll see on that one, but I think that might actually work. We'll find out. But then we have the cut ones, and there are 16 of these.
Yeah, that's a little much, don't you think, guys?
There were enough ones that they literally could have just made the whole episode that, and I would have been way more happy.
Yeah, plus there's so many veterans on this list.
Yeah, we have Kaden Maslin, top veteran from last season, who's gotten barely any showtime. He went on Tetherball. We had Zach Urgency, who, I don't even remember, I'll be honest. And obviously he'll be on screen. He went on the Dipping Birds. Then we had Ryan Sanders, who went on the Giant Roller Coaster, along with Rachel Deguts for the 2nd straight year. Then we had Anthony Porter, who has a couple extra notes about his one, as he ended up getting injured.
Yeah, he ended up falling backwards onto the trampoline, hitting his head straight on it, and yeah, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, Anthony had to be ported straight to the ops. Had to be ported straight to the hospital, and honestly, I'm not surprised that they didn't show that one, but it's honestly really unfortunate.
You realize you made a pun with that, right?
I did? I'm sorry, tell me what kind of pun I made. You said his last name is Porter, and you said was ported to the hospital. I wasn't even trying. I wasn't even trying to make a pun, but apparently it happened. Alright, whatever. Anyway, then we had Isabella Heinrichs, and Heinrichs, who did really well in the semis, but ended up falling on the first obstacle, the side surfer. So once again, she was the only other person to fail there. And was it 2 women? Like, goddamn, that obstacle is not even deadly.
Yeah, 2 years and old, like, that obstacle needs to go. Get out of here.
Yeah, then we had probably the biggest sin of all these cut ninjas, that being Kevin Carbone, the maker, who ended up going on the giant roller coaster like that. The one probably should have always been fast forwarded. Then we had Luke Dillon, who also went out on the giant roller coaster. Dave Kavanaugh, who sadly went on the jumping spider. Jeremy Waters, who went out on the giant roller coaster. Cal Paholo was another sin. Jumping spider, that one definitely was like I saw Cal in the crowd later on in the episode. I'm just like, wait, they didn't show Cal, did they?
Yeah, no, they didn't, and they honestly gave Cal a lot of showtime in the semi, so I honestly thought he would get showtime here.
Yeah, no, but then we had Hunter Gerard, who ended up going on Tetherball. Francisco Borgeras also went on Tetherball. We had Jason Hudson, who went on the giant roller coaster. Drew Nestor, who went on the jumping spider. Michael Boyer, as the final one, who went out on the giant roller coaster as well. And that's all of stage 1.
Yeah, honestly, I really wish they either A, made more of this episode stage 1, or just made the entire episode stage 1.
Yeah, we really did not need stage 2 shoved into this episode. And as we'll see as we go on next week, like, stage 2, like the stage 2 stuff, it's cool and everything, but it was edited very horribly.
Yeah, I didn't really like it personally. It felt very rushed. A couple people were fast forwarded in that one. Too many clears. Like, we have a lot to go on when we go on to stage 2 next week.
Yeah, but as much as I would love to critique Stage 2 in this episode, we'll only go a bit long here, and obviously, as we said at the beginning, we're only doing Stage 1, so that completes our 1.
Yeah, honestly, it's kind of sad, because, like, part 1 of Stage 1 is really good. Like, it's straight up just good. It's the best episode of the season so far, and they worked in so many good ones, and they did a really good job. Really good job for once. A couple fast forwards that I am up there with of being annoyed about in Sean Bryan's edit, but honestly, still really good. But episode 2, they only spend under 20 minutes on Stage 1 for episode 2.
Yeah, I don't see a point at that point. Like, they fit in a lot of wonders, but, like, they only show 7 people going on Stage 1. Then we have the 6 buzzers in the rapid fire, and then the 16 cut ones. Like, you could have included all these people aside from you could have included all these people aside from probably some of the nobodies, and in the second episode made it just as long as the first one, and no one would have cared.
Yeah, you had 6 clears you could have shown, and at least half these guys should have been shown in all the segments and stuff, in a fast forwards or otherwise.
Yeah, and some of these people would have been really big shocks if they were shown, like Kevin Carbone, Dave Kavanaugh, Calvo Hoaz, Richard D. Gus, mildly, and Kaden Maslin. Like, these people really should have been shown. Would have been big shocks if they were. And then, going back to the 6 ones they showed up in a rapid fire, like, those all should have been shown, or at least given a real fast forward.
Yeah, like, it really is unfortunate the way they treat this ensemble. Like, really, like, they cut 21 people technically, like, effectively. Like, yeah, they cut no finishers, but they might as well have cut those 6.
Yeah, I also love how, like, when they're going to later ones, if there's, like, I'm going to show you some of the ones that we couldn't show you. Like, you could have shown us that. It's just that you just didn't feel like it.
That's a way of taking it, but yes, fully.
By the way, thank you, Motorcycle, thank you.
I guess I'm keeping that in then.
I have to point it out. But anyway, that is it for this episode of the Ninja Warrior Podcast. Thanks for watching, everyone. In the next episode, we are going to be tackling stages 2, 3, and 4 if people make it there. But I'm almost positive people are soon doing the hints we got for next week's episode. But, yeah, that is it.
Yeah, that's about it. So next time, it's gonna be a rough one. I cannot wait to see how the rest of Stage 2 goes, and as well as a couple what we have seen with you guys, and yeah, definitely, I'm really excited.
Yeah, but anyway, we'll see you guys next time for that. Peace.